So this morning, Congress passed a resolution to the $861 billion health care plan that they are going to have a vote on it this Christmas Eve. And the reason this upsets me, in addition to being very expensive and being an expansion of the size of government, is also that we've been talking about this for the past 6 months now, while unemployment has continued to climb and people are really hurting to make ends meet. And it's really a big concern to me, to most Americans, actually pretty much all Americans, that this economy is hurting. The stimulus didn't work because it didn't invest in people and invested in government. When, that's another topic. But this is upsetting me because it seems to me that the Democrats could have passed a health care bill that was bipartisan months ago if they had just let the Republicans come in to the drawing board. And the Republicans proposed their own health care plan. It wasn't an ideal health care plan in my view, because I felt that it wasn't a very, I think in the short term it probably would have been a good health care plan, but in the long term I don't know what it really would have done. But I think if the Republicans and the Democrats joined together on health care and actually came up with a solution that got everybody insured through the private market without raising taxes, I think that would have been the best solution. And the way to get people insured, in my opinion, is for people who could afford basic health care but are having a tough time affording it, you can cut their costs. For people who are making too much to qualify for Medicaid but too little to afford private health care, quality health care, then for those people you should be able to eliminate the cost. And obviously for the very poor there's Medicaid. But, the numbers of uninsured it's a big number, but it isn't as big as the Democrats would have you believe, because you have to put into effect those who don't want health care, illegal aliens, etc., etc. But this has been the issue the past 6 months, and frankly the economy should have been number one. Healthcare has taken over the debate, for better or for worse. I think it's for worse. I think we should have, if the Democrats and the Republicans have worked together on this issue, we could have passed the bill probably within a month or two. And we could have focused on the economy, investing in people and cutting taxes and finally paying down our national debt and cutting deficits. But instead, the Democrats decided to stall this out for a long period of time while unemployment climbs and people have a hard time making ends meet. Now, in addition to this healthcare debate, this has also been a defining first year in a new administration. The president has made a lot of the wrong calls, in my opinion, but a couple of the right calls, as he did in Iraq and Afghanistan. I think he made the right call. And I want to go on the record today of saying, because I haven't stated so before, that I am 100% behind the President of the United States in sending 30,000 troops in Afghanistan to secure that region. I believe the President has finally come to his senses. He has made the right call, and I support him on that. Do I wish that he would change the timeline language? I do. But I think at the end of the day, he's going to have to go back on that anyway, so that's not really a big deal. Yeah, having a timeline is a big deal, but trust me, folks, he's going to have to. There's no timeline. He's going to tell you there's a timeline. There's no timeline. He knows it deep down. So does Secretary Gates and the generals on the ground. There's no timeline. So I support the President of the United States, and I wish his liberal allies would support him, especially when America is going into election mode next year. Because let me state this, that it is difficult for Republicans to support the President going into a midterm election on the issue of Afghanistan, or any issue for that matter. But let me say on a personal note, I'm not in elective office, so I could kind of say this, but I support the President not because of his political party, because of my political views, but because it's right for the country. I support him in sending in 30,000 troops in Afghanistan. I don't support him on many issues. I oppose him on the economy. I oppose him on most foreign policy issues. But I think in Iraq and now Afghanistan, he has made the right call, and I congratulate him for that. I'm glad that he's come to his senses. I wish his liberal colleagues would too, because our troops need their support. Folks, I'd like to finally finish by wishing you all a happy holiday season. I wasn't on here earlier, so I couldn't say Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate it. So Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays. And I hope next year is a hell of a lot better than the last one.